Hey Fools, Evan New here today, and I'm joined with Eric Bleeker and Jamal Carnett. We're looking at Apple's tablet lineup going into the holidays. People looking to buy an iPad this quarter are going to be looking at the Mini with Retina versus the Air. Pretty solid lineup going into the shopping season. What do you think?
Yeah, very solid. I mean, where should you be looking as far as between the two? Price difference is as high as it used to be. You know, last generation, $330 versus $500 entry-level prices. Now it's $400 for the Mini versus $500, so that reduces some consideration. They're both now Retina, so you're looking at comparable screens on that point. I would think about how you want to use the tablets for a buying decision. Mini, substantially more portable, depending on your overall girthiness. You can put in your pocket. I can put in my pocket. Maybe less inclined and around the waist people can't. But the iPad Air, it's more of a productivity tool. If you want to attach something like a keyboard to it, keyboards on a Mini are going to be awkward. So I think where you're going to see a lot of the delineation between these two. If you're bringing it, your iPad into an office, if you want to be a light replacement to what you would have made a laptop purchase, go for the Air at that point. Minis are going to probably skew a bit more towards younger people who want to use it for things like gaming, and people who are really inclined towards portability, maybe even replacing things like an e-reader. So I think they've obviously got their places. I think in this generation we'll see a bit more of a tilt back to the 9.7-inch because it's designed better, it's lighter, a lot of other features. But I think they both have fantastic use cases for the markets they serve.
Yeah, I think one of the important things that Apple did with the lineup this year is they while they did increase the pricing to $400, which might make it a little bit harder to sell, I think they also closed the feature gap, so they really made the decision is a lot simpler because all you choose is screen size. It's a $100 difference, and you basically just choose screen size. Whereas last year, when it was iPad 4 versus the first-gen iPad Mini, it was, going to the iPad Mini, you get the smaller form factor, all the benefits you just mentioned, but you had to make a lot of trade-offs. You get the lower resolution display last year, much slower processor that was already like an older processor, all these things you had to give up just to get the Mini, whereas now they basically have all the same specs across the board, same processor, same display. All you're choosing is the size, which I think makes it a little bit simpler from the consumer's perspective.
Yep, definitely.
I agree. Actually, I can't add much more to what you guys excellently covered. I believe the camera on the actually the iPad Air is a little better on the larger version. However, I think it just comes down to screen size, and I also agree with Eric with basically the narrowing of the pricing gap. You probably will see more people go toward the actual larger unit going forward.
Which one would you buy this holiday season? If you were in the market for an iPad, which one would you buy?
$100, the difference in the size, I'm actually probably would go with the iPad Air.
One programming note, why do I see so many people taking pictures with iPads? I was out the other day and I saw like 8 people with iPads trying to take pictures.
They just don't realize how awkward they look.
If you're watching this and you're one of those people, please leave a comment, because do you not have iPhones?
We don't understand. We want to understand.
I just want to better understand you.
Well, that's it for now, Fools. Check back for all the latest on Fool.com.